What's up everyone, Tyler Medeiros here and welcome to TylerMedeirosTV. For those of you who are not subscribed, you can subscribe down below so you don't miss a video, and for those of you that are, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be talking about one of the most haunted locations in the world. But before we do, if you're not following me on my social medias like Instagram and Twitter, go ahead and do that now. You can follow me on Instagram at @TheRealTylerMedeiros and on Twitter at TylerMedeiros. Also, for those of you that may not know, I go live right here on TylerMedeirosTV every Sunday at around 7 p.m. Eastern Time, where you guys can tune in and play a game with usually Haley and I right here live. So make sure you subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you don't miss it when I upload or when I go live. But right now, let's get into today's video. In today's video, we're going to be getting into one of the most haunted places in the world. We're going to be talking about the St. Augustine Lighthouse located in St. Augustine, Florida. Now, it is said that the St. Augustine Lighthouse is home of some of the scariest ghost stories and supernatural legends. The lighthouse was the second lighthouse built in St. Augustine, and it was built between 1871 and 1874. Now, after all this time, I would expect the lighthouse to be haunted. The lighthouse is now a museum that you could actually visit, and the museum is owned by a not-for-profit organization which uses the proceeds to maintain the lighthouse and 5 other historical structures. So if you're ever in St. Augustine, Florida and looking for a haunted place to visit, the St. Augustine Lighthouse should be on the top of your list. I myself have never been, but I think it would be a really interesting place to visit. Now we're going to be getting into some of the creepy things people have experienced in this lighthouse, like hearing footsteps, hearing female voices, and even seeing a shadowy figure wandering the stairs. Do you think that these experiences that people have been having have a much more simple explanation? Or is there a much more unsettling explanation for it? Some people would say that the St. Augustine Lighthouse was haunted from the beginning. One of the most well-known true stories is that the tower was the location of a tragedy in 1873 that involved the superintendent of the construction. Records say that on July 10th, 1873, something terrible happened. The foreman's children were playing on a supply cart when something went wrong, causing the cart to slip and fall into the nearby water, causing 2 of his 4 children to drown. Now, sources believe that there was another 10-year-old girl involved in the accident, but it was never on record. Many years later, one of the foreman's children that survived the accident stated in an interview that there was another child present during the accident. Another horrific thing that happened at the lighthouse was on December 5th in 1859, when the lighthouse keeper Joseph Andrew was standing on a scaffold painting the inside of the tower, and one of the scaffolds failed. It's said that it caused the lightkeeper to fall 60 feet, resulting in his death. Now, speaking about the lightkeeper's wife, Maria Andrews, used to manage the old lighthouse. Now, the reason I mention that is because some people have even said that they've seen her, and even had a conversation with her. Now, a group of people went to visit the lighthouse one day, and later that day they approached the manager saying that they had such an amazing conversation with one of their reenactors, and they were so impressed how much she knew about the old lighthouse and the new lighthouse, and they had such a pleasant conversation.
Her name was Maria Andrew. story with Maria is actually people came up to us during the day. They said they just had the most wonderful conversation with our reenactor. She knew so much about the old lighthouse, she knew so much about the new lighthouse, and her dress was just lovely.
Now, as the manager listened to the story, she just nodded and appreciated their kind words. But here's where it really gets weird. They don't have any reenactors at the lighthouse during the day or at night.
Yeah, we don't have reenactors at night or during the day. So at that point we kind of just nodded and smiled because we didn't want to tell anybody that they've had a conversation with the ghost.
So was this group of people actually talking to the lightkeeper's wife, Maria Andrews? Since the lighthouse was built, many people have said that they've experienced really freaky things. One university student has even said that they've witnessed furniture moving around, and they've even caught a glimpse of a hand peering in through the tower's door. The student has even said that they've seen a shadowy figure in the tower. He also recalls a time that he was grabbed at his ankles with such a force that it caused him to trip while he was on a tour through the lighthouse. Now, this photo you're about to see was taken of the St. Augustine Lighthouse in 2008 by a cell phone tower technician. And when he looked back at the photo, he was shocked at what he saw. In this photo, you can see what seems to be a transparent woman standing at the top of the lighthouse. The St. Augustine Lighthouse has been investigated by many paranormal teams, but I want to know what you guys think. Do you think the spirit of the kids are haunting the lighthouse? Or do you think that the lightkeeper's lost soul is roaming the grounds? I'm gonna go ahead and close out today's video here. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, give it a nice big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And of course, I wanna thank you guys so much for all the love support that you guys continuously give me. And don't forget, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss it when I go live and when I upload. And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.